Welcome to the Analox training video for our ACG Plus. We will demonstrate how to calibrate the ACG Plus and how to attach an outlet to compressed air in order to check for any contaminants. We filmed at the West Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Training Centre. The ACG Plus is a fixed or portable air compressor monitor which continuously monitors for O2, CO2, CO, VOC and dew point. It has a port to run an oil mist test and data logs for 90 days. It is user maintainable, has low running costs and is simple to calibrate. The ACG Plus will automatically start up when the power is supplied to it. It will then show the main display. Upon startup, attached sensors may require a short time to warm up. Analox recommend that the purge system is used every time the unit is switched on, in case the inlet line has been opened to the atmosphere or it has been exposed to damp gas. Starting with the valve in the off position, apply pressure to the inlet between 5 and 10 bar gauge, using the supplied LinkTech inlet calibration connector. Once pressure is applied, the valve should be turned to purge and left for 2 minutes, using the supplied 2 metre P2FE pipe so that the pipework prior to the ACG Plus can be purged of any stale or damp gas and any moisture on the pipe walls can be dried out. Once the purge is completed, the valve can be turned to the on position to allow the sensors to start analysing the gas sample. This process will ensure the ACG Plus sensors can stabilise as quickly as possible to the gas you wish to measure. We recommend that you calibrate the ACG Plus upon installation and then every 3 months with a low or zero gas calibration mix first, followed by a high or span gas calibration mix. To perform a calibration adjustment, first expose the sensors to the appropriate calibration gas of known concentration via the sample or calibration gas inlet. Fit the 0.5 LPM gas flow regulator accessory or suitable regulator to the calibration gas bottle. Connect the outlet of the regulator to the inlet calibration gas connector accessory and then connect the inlet calibration gas connector to the calibration inlet onto the ACG Plus. Push the fitting on fully until it latches into place. Open the valve on the flow regulator attached to the bottle and then open the inlet valve on the front panel. The ACG Plus should register that there is a flow to the sensors. To perform an adjustment from the main menu, select Calibration, then select the bottle that is currently attached by scrolling through the menu options. The calibration adjustment screen will be shown. To finish, close the valve on the bottle flow regulator and close the inlet valve on the front panel, then disconnect the calibration connector from the ACG Plus by pressing the release catch and gently removing. The ACG Plus data logs every sensor, every 10 seconds for 90 days. The data stored on the ACG Plus can be downloaded using ACG software. To view the data log management controls, click the Logs button. You can easily extract the data from the ACG Plus by inserting a USB stick or drive into the outlet on the exterior of the ACG Plus and placing this into your computer. Certain elements of the ACG Plus system require regular, preventive maintenance to ensure optimum operation. Before attempting to replace any filters or sensors, ensure that the ACG Plus is switched off and the gas supply has been isolated and disconnected. Using a posi drive screwdriver, loosen the 4 enclosure lid screws and open the lid. Remove the flow adapter from the sensor inlet. Loosen the corner screws of the enclosure and remove the lid. Using a terminal screwdriver, push down the clamp release button to release the clamp and gently pull the cell wire from the clamp. Repeat this for both the red and black wires. Unscrew the green locking ring from the chimney of the cell housing and remove the enclosure lid. Fit the new cell into the enclosure lid and secure it in place with the locking ring. Refit the enclosure lid and secure in place using the corner screws. Refit the flow adapter into the sensor inlet. Following an oxygen cell replacement, a full calibration must be performed. Again, remove the flow adapter from the sensor inlet. Use a flat blade screwdriver to pop out the cell holder from the sensor bulkhead fitting. Rotate the cell PCB connector clockwise to release from the cell holder. Disconnect the cell from the PCB connector. Connect the new cell to the PCB connector. Please note, it will only connect in one orientation. Fit the cell into the housing and rotate anti-clockwise to lock in place. Refit the cell holder in the sensor bulkhead. and refit the flow adapter into the sensor inlet. Maintenance of the VOC sensor can be done by cleaning or replacing the lamp or replacing the electrode stack. The dew point sensor will require swapping out every 2 years. Once you are ready for a new dew point sensor, you can order this from Analox and we will ship you a replacement. You can then remove the old sensor and return it to us, so you are never left without a fully operational unit. The ACG Plus can now be attached to your compressed air outlet using the inlet and tube to test for any contaminants. The unit can be moved around if you have multiple compressors or fixed to the wall where the main source is. Chris Booth, Station Manager at West Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Training Centre, tells us about why he chose the ACG Plus.
Chris Booth, and I'm Station Manager for the Ops Equipment team. Originally the system that we used was a manual air sampling tube system that we would use. We decided to change because it was felt that it was a slow system, it was a bit fiddly to do, it didn't give the most accurate of readings, so we looked for something new on the market. The ACG Plus is it's modern technology, it's at the forefront of technology, it's very, very simple to use and it gives very accurate readings. It'll make a big difference to us because it's something that we can do in-house very, very quickly, it gives us immediate results and it'll just enhance our air sampling capability. Roughly in a day, depending on obviously usage, but we can do up to 50 cylinders each day. Analox has been great, customer service has been very good, very friendly. They've got back to us and they've provided everything that we wanted from them.